First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations, much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Now, this lesson is going to be entitled, When They Find Out That Trump is a Fraud, They Will Lose It. Okay, because DJ Trump, you know, that's the last white hope, the great white hope that these Edomites have, so to speak, right? It's, you know, these Edomites are looking for this guy to save the country, right? To bring things back and to go against the deep state and all this nonsense, which is not going to happen because he's a puppet. Okay, just like the rest of them. You know, people are starting to see that now, even before he gets into office. You know, he's, you know, having a buddy with Barack Obama. You know, he's linking up with Elon Musk and having dinner with Bill Gates and supporting HB1 visas, which is a huge slap in the face to you Americans. That shows you that it has never been America first. It has been his pockets first, right? You understand what I'm saying? It's not about America, okay? Because if it was about America, that HB1 visa would never be. That's contradictory to everything that he's been saying. Showing you that they're frauds. They're frauds. So I'm going to read this quote. It says, the most dangerous men are the ones with nothing to lose, right? And that's the facts. Okay, the most dangerous men are the ones with nothing to lose. So after this last hope that they got, because this is the last hope, it's Trump. That was the last hope. If he didn't get it in this time, right? If Kamala won, we don't know what would have happened, man. Them Edomites would have lost it, right? But when they find out this guy's against him, all hope is going to be lost for these Edomites. All hope, and this is why Second Ezra says what it says. You know. Let's go to Second Ezra, the 15th chapter, man. You know, this is Second Ezra 15 in verse 10, verse 14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another." Right? So there's going to be people kicking in doors to look for resources and so on and so forth. "They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power." Right? Because they're going to understand that the government is not for them. Okay? That's what they're going to come to, that realization. That's why, you know, seditious talk is increased, and it's going to increase even more, and it's going to get even more brutal, the things that they say and the things that they're pushing forth. And you know, there's going to be people that are going to actually act upon that, you know, because that's what the prophecy says. All right? And trust me, Trump is the last hope for these devils. Okay? And the devil, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, these so-called white people, they're going to be the ones that really, really go crazy. They're going to be the first ones to go crazy. Okay? They're ready to go crazy. They're ready for violence. They breathe and drink violence. Okay? As the scriptures say. It says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able, for because of their pride the city shall be troubled, that houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid." All right? "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." You know, and through the Spirit, you know, I believe Trump is that guy, man. That's what I believe. All right? And I said when he gets into office, I said there's going to be some great tyranny. Okay? And look what he's getting. We'll see. Watch the 20th. We'll see what happens from then forth, right? We'll see what happens from the 20th on down. Okay? Shall be upon them. Shall be upon him. Okay, this is Job 20 and 22. It says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall be upon him. And when you look up that word wicked, it's aimal, which means laborer, shall be upon him. So the working class people, the regular citizens, whether you're middle class, upper middle class, whatever, because you're going to be in a destitute situation as well. They're going to be looking to come up against these elites, the rulers. Okay. That's what's getting ready to happen. Okay. Why? Because, they're going to it's going to be clear that they're just trying to put them in chattel slavery, pretty much a digital slavery. All right. It says, when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. Right. So ultimately, the Lord is going to bring him down right when he thinks that he's accomplished his NWO, and before the Lord brings him down, there's going to be anarchy. Okay. They're not going to adhere to the government anymore, because they're going to see that, the government is not for them. They're going to realize that. See, they have a little hope. And when you talk to these guys, they're trying to hold hope. We just got to wait. Hopefully it'll be Trump, man. Hope. And they're hopeful, They're hopeful because they don't understand. They don't have the eye salve. They can't really see what's going on. There's no hope for Babylon, man. Babylon is finished. This world is finished. We're coming into the new kingdom, Yahushai's kingdom. All right, this is Isaiah 19 and verse. I'll start at verse 2. Now, this Egypt, right, when it speaks about the Egyptians, it's referencing to the Americans. Okay, this is what it means in the spirit. It's not speaking about ancient Egypt. It says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, right? Meaning there's going to be a civil war. Okay. It says, and they, you saw that movie Civil War, right? Where, those Edomites had no problem putting people to death if they weren't, the type of American that they vibe with, So, like I said, those Edomites are going to be the first ones to start putting people to death and going crazy. Okay. It says, and they shall fight every one against his brother and every one against his neighbor, city against city and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Right. Yeah, it's going to fail, man, because they're going to lose all hope. They're going to lose all hope. And I will destroy the counsel thereof. And they shall seek to the idols and to the charmers and to them that have familiar spirits and to the wizards. They're going to be looking for answers everywhere. That's how bad it's going to get. And the Egyptians will I give into the hand of a cruel Lord. Hey, Trump is a guy that's getting ready to come down hard on these people, man. Okay? Through the spirit. And a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord, Yahweh of hosts. And the water shall fail from the sea, and the river shall be wasted and dried up. Now Trump, Salakia, now Nero, I want to say Nero, right? He was first beloved, okay? But later on, certain things happened where he became hated and he turned into a tyrant, right? This is the way that I see Trump going. This is the way that, that makes sense that Trump goes, So, hey, we're waiting to see what's getting ready to happen, man. But hey, that thing with the migrants, he's getting ready to come hard on that, and that's targeting specifically to you, Jakes. That's targeting you, Jake, specifically. Okay. Now, dealing with the HB1 visa, which I wanted to do a lesson on this about a week ago, but Spirit got on me to do it now. Touching on it, right? The HB1 visa. Trump. Well, first of all, what is an HB1 visa? Let's look at what an HB1 visa is. The HB1 visa, quick HB1 visa approvals. Hold on. What's an H-1B visa, excuse me, a brief history of the controversial program. Okay. What's an H-1B visa? A brief history of the controversial program for skilled foreign workers, right? And it says, oh, so that's them at a UFC fight. See, this looks just like a gladiatorial event right in front of, the emperor and his the Caesar and his his sidekick, man, his second in command. That's what it looks like. But anyways, it says Republicans are feuding over how many people can obtain H-1B visas, permits that allow foreign professionals to legally work in the United States. Today, an estimated 600,000 foreigners with H-1B visas have tech, academic, medical, and other jobs, right? Because the whole thing is what? Giving back to the Americans, right? Bringing the jobs back to America, kicking these illegals out or these migrants out and bringing in, jobs for the Americans. But this is contradictory because Trump and Elon are both heavily for H-1B visa, which brings in professionals from other parts of the world. That's going to take jobs of the Americans because they can pay them a lot less than they pay you Americans. You see? It says two of President-elect Donald Trump's most influential yet informal advisors, Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, want to expand the program to help Silicon Valley tech companies recruit what they call excellent engineer talent. Other controversies, other conservatives with strong Trump ties, such as Steve Bannon and Laura Loomer, see the immigration program as a scam and a cheap labor program as pernicious as illegal immigration. Of course it is. It's the same thing, but except they're going to benefit from it, right? So they don't care. It says, although Trump, who previously criticized the program, at first he was completely against it, right? So this shows you he's two-faced, has sided with Musk and Ramaswamy so far. Based on my research, I doubt the conflict between the sparring GOP camps will go away anytime soon. I am a public law scholar who studies the history of foreign workers in America. In the book I'm now writing, I describe the long-standing conflict between employers and workers over granting foreigners permission to work in the U.S. That struggle has yielded both compromises and new layers of bureaucracy for more than 100 years. Okay, so at the end of the day, right, he's basically backpedaling on what he said before, and he's with this thing now. So he's getting ready to push this forth, and this is completely against you Americans, right? Not only that, look at how Elon Musk is backtracking, because now he's censoring people that speak up against the HB1. Let's see if we can find something on that. Elon Musk censors on X. Let's see if something pops up on that. Elon Musk clashed back at MAGA censorship claims on X amid H-1B visa. Which, hold on. Which I know that even Fit from Fresh and Fit, he was banned. He was demonetized for speaking against H-1B visa, according to what I've heard. So it says live by the spam, die by the spam. Elon Musk claps back at MAGA censorship claims on X amid H-1B visa rift. A growing feud between Elon Musk and MAGA supporters unfolded on X, the platform formerly known as Twitter, as several influencers accused the billionaire of silencing the following them following a clash over immigration and H-1B visas. Prominent MAGA influencers Laura Loomer alleged her account was downgraded from premium, removing the blue tick and blocking monetization, after criticizing foreign workers and immigration policies. And that's what happened with Fit as well, Profession Fit, which I believe personally he's an agent, right? He did used to work for the FBI, and I believe he's an agent, but that's whatever. That's neither here nor there. A lot of these people are agents. Most of these people are agents. They're just control opposition. You know, I don't even know who this Laura Loomer person is, but most of these people are control opposition anyway. It says, I have now also been banned from being able to purchase premium. Right, because he's talking like he was for free speech, and that's why I bought X for free speech. No, now the horns are starting to come out with these people and showing you they're not for free speech. They're not for helping the Americans. They're not for helping the world. They're for the agenda of the elites. Okay, total control. That's what they're for. Okay, and you're seeing their horns pop up now, even before this guy gets into office. We are always told to. What did you think? That he was going to get into office with Elon, and it was going to be the America, the 1900s? You thought it was going to be the 1920s America, 1950s America again or something? You got to be kidding me, man. This place is finished, man. All right? It says, I have now also been banned from being able to purchase premium, so on and so forth. So you see what's going on, okay? So these guys are starting to show their true colors, man. And eventually, the American people they're gonna see that there's no hope in trusting in these princes, right? Because they're all wicked and evil, and they're not for their part. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna start to go crazy. You know, you see what I'm saying? And take matters into their own hands. That's just what it's going to be. All right. That's what the scriptures say. So, Lord willing, with that, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.